I bet you remember my daily BMW 550. It's not so daily anymore because it's standing in the workshop more than I'm driving it. But finally we moved on and we got something ready. The intake is ready for the molds and for making from carbon fiber. We have scanned everything, designed, 3D printed, lots of stuff were done, but more about it later. I will leave it for Matas to say, but let me talk a little bit about the design. As you can see, both sides are completely different and unique because we wanted to make it as best fit as possible. That's why both sides are adjusted, and we wanted to have the intakes inside the locks rather than in the grill, take them away from dirt and etc. That's why I didn't want to put it in the front, but at any point it's possible. We just need to make some different adapters, route them to the sides, and we can put it in the front if we want. Additionally, we have everything left in stock, the breathers, etc. The end result of the intake gonna be made from carbon fiber, some parts from aluminum, but I will leave it for Totve, so he will tell you a little bit more. Let's visit him. Sorry for the mess. My Harley is waiting for the season. Maybe we will build something else for it, but Totve, you want to come in? Please put on your pants. You want to tell everyone what you're gonna do and show them?
Yeah, please come in.
Svais, please get over there. I will, as you can see, he has the lock. I will lock it from outside for Totve. You can spend time together. Have a great time together.
Oh yeah. So here we have a 3D printed parts for 550 BMW, and my task for it is to prepare the surface for the molds. But first of all, I want to mention that this is my first time of doing such things, but I have some experience with wooden sculptures and interesting forms making. If you see something that I'm doing wrong, please write a comment. I will read it and take your information. Okay, let's start. We have to glue it together and then we can start sanding. Here we have marked parts with D and P, so it's the driver side and passenger side. We will be using 2 components glue because in hunting it's really fast, so you don't have to wait half a day to start sanding the parts. Now pipes are glued, so it's time to sand and prepare for painting. It's a really long and boring job, so I think you can go to Matas and see all the processes we went through by designing it.
So let's talk about the design of our intake. So in the first beginning we had stock air intake to the turbo, and it's connected to the air filter, and it has some own flaws because air filter position is over turbos and it sucks very hot air, so that was an issue for us. We wanted to get better performance. We found out that BMWs on XM5 they created different design for the turbos air intake. It looks like that. So the difference is, you can see, it sucks air from different sides, while this one, as I said, sucks air from the top of turbos, because there goes turbo and there goes air filter, while this one goes directly to the front of the car, because here is where turbo actually placed. All the hoses goes to the front of the car. In this way you get cooler air from the beginning, and with cooler air you get better performance. We thought about using this intake in our 550, but all the design would look very robust, ugly, because we should put some extra hoses to make it work, to to adapt it to our own car. So we decided to create our own air intake. Finally, we came up with this design. It's from plastic right now, it's printed. We threw a lot of different designs. The whole process was very long, and while I was designing, we printed a lot of intakes, and we faced some issues that we couldn't get the intake in the right place as we wanted. We scanned this whole area where the turbo intake should be placed to design all the air intake to make sure that it fits. Why we came up with such a design. One thing is very important, that the cross section of intake is constant. The whole diameter is similar all the way, even though it's not possible in the end because the connection to the turbos is a little bit smaller. We had to keep the constant size of the intake. The whole intake had to be designed with lesser bends to keep the airflow more smoother with less resistance as possible, that it would get as cold as the air could before getting to the turbo. Will be made from carbon fiber, and there are a few parts that need to be made and placed here and here and here. They will be made from aluminum, and you will see the whole intake in the next episode. But right now let's check how the sanding goes for Tautvydas.
So I finished with dry sanding. First of all, I used 180 grit sandpaper to smoothen the surface. Then I saw some grooves and gluing points, so I filled with a filler and then sanded it all together. All this work for sanding took me about 2 working days. According to all these grooves and hard to reach corners, it's, I think, not a really long time. So now it's time to degrease it and spray a primer. For degreasing, I'm gonna use a brake cleaner. It's not so aggressive for the plastics. Pipes are back from the paint shop. I see some defects like dust marks and scratches, but now it's hard to see because the surface is really glossy. When I sand it, you will see what I mean. And after the polishing, we can go to the molds. I have finished polishing the parts. For that, I was using microfiber pad and microfiber cloth. And you can see now the parts are shiny and have no dust marks or any scratches. I have also prepared some parts for you to introduce how I will be making split molds. The hardest place to do that is to find the center of a part, because if you go below the center, it will mechanically lock up and you just can't take out the mold. And then when we will make the molds, we'll be using Easy Composites gel coat, Easy Lease and epoxy. Also I have to make some supports for the part, because I can't just put it on the table and start to putting gel coat. So I think I will put the part in that direction. So we have to put supports over there and make some breaker line, because I will be making piece by piece. First piece will be this part, second this, and then the bottom parts. Finally, supporting forms are done. Trickiest part, like I mentioned before, it was to find the center of tubes. Like you can see, I made some pyramids. This is because of that when you want to put two molds together, it will place it in the right spots. So at this tube and also in this tube. Other important part is to put a release agent. So we used Easy Composites release agent. So you have to put 6 layers and wait between them about 15 minutes. So when you put the gel coat, it will easily release the mold from that surface. Here we have a tricky part because we have two surfaces which is leaned in a negative angle. Gel coat should stick, but I'm a little bit afraid of that. But we will see how it ends. Let's begin to put a gel coat. And after that we can continue with epoxy and fiberglass. So the work with fiberglass is done. So now what we have to do is to mark where we have to put the screws, because if we don't do that, when we put together parts, they can slip. And after that, also we have to trim the corners, because all the tops are glued together. So let's mark it and start to screw. You don't have to be in the same directions or same alignment. Just mark where you want to put it. Also, it have to be around 1.5 centimeter from the part. Molds are finished. I trimmed all the corners. Of course, I will have to sand a little bit, but I want to demold it and see if it's okay or some parts are locked in. First good part, that this removed. Second one, a little bit tighter, but it's very good. Unscrew all of that. Like you can see in the last layers, there is a little air bubbles, but this is the last layer, so that's not a really huge problem. Of course, this is my first time of making that, so I think for the next projects it would look better. I think we will start from this part, because it should open up easier than that with the pipes. It's hard to find the center where gel coats are meeting. It's tighter than I thought it would be. It is a good sign that we are splitting. We are not glued together. The lower part started to split, so I think we'll start from that. Very nice. Like I thought, there will be some bubbles, so we have some, but it's fixable. Surface is very flush.
Okay. But now I will rate your work. I will give you strong 8 in order to improve.
That's a lot.
But overall, for the first time, not bad. But it's a long way to go to open everything else. It's just one part of the 8. So let's hope for the best for the last 7.
I think we have to remove this part first, then that, and then this, because this is the most difficult. Not the best tools. But yeah, what we have. It's even better.
Okay, for this one I will give you 8.5.
Yeah.
Okay, more, 9. For this one, it's 9. I'm proud. Like a father. Do I look like his father?
Not even close.
Oh.
Damn.
Damn. Look, wax from the total ear. We've been using that.
Mine was not enough, it's rockets.
Ah, okay. Just kidding. We're using proper stuff. Expensive proper stuff. My bank account says, thank you very much. Including ear wax, it's 9, also 9. Total, not so bad. You know why he failed with this one? Because he was sleepy and he was doing that during the night.
It can be.
Yeah, because these two were first ones, and this one and that one were last. So yeah, you can see what happens when you're working during the night.
Not bad.
Very much not bad.
For a part like that, it's very good.
Yeah. Okay. 9. Proper 9. More ear wax.
But less than in the first part.
Yeah, but I would like to give it back to you. Okay, let's inspect what you did. It's pretty good. Some pores.
I think this part I was making at 3 AM in the morning.
So pretty good for 3 AM in the morning. It's definitely gonna have some leakages, I think, over here, you know, like so, but
Yeah.
but you will be able to remove it from the final part. No problem.
Not the one I wanted to remove, but okay. Brush is here. So we have to use a good brushes.
Or maybe it's your beard here.
Look at the color. It's black.
Maybe you have some.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. You was here?
All the time. Second one.
But you sure it's a brush? Because it seems like something else black over here.
But not the paint.
Yeah, I thought maybe it's the paint, but not.
This part is really tight.
So, Rokas, take back your ear wax and put it back to your ears.
No, my ears are clean. Now are clean, because all the wax are here. Okay, bye-bye, going on.
Finally, the molds are finished. Everything looks pretty good. There's one more thing I wanted to mention.
Okay.
I would love to drive my car not in another month, but sooner.
Alright, put this. Then there is no holes, but
it's gonna work.
But look pretty.
Definitely. So yeah, another stage is to finish up the molds. We are going to do that off camera. We are not going to show you how molds are being polished and etc. This is not something that I know. This is not something very interesting and important. We're just gonna fill up some holes with the gel coat. We're gonna use some wet sanding, some polishing paste, some rotary polishing machine, and polish it to be perfectly smooth. Because otherwise we will have to work more on the finished parts of the carbon fiber in order to make them look pretty. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Please clean up your mess.
Roka said we'll clean everything because I want to go to sleep. It was a hard week.
2 weeks.
But the last week was really hard.
Okay, so as you can see, he's really fresh and rested. He can work all night today to finish the molds.
I just go to eat and we'll meet up here.
Yeah, let's do it. Great. See you soon.
Yeah, soon.
Okay, that's it. And guys, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to press that push notification button so you will see the second part of this video, how we're going to put together all carbon fiber intakes, how we are going to put them into a car, and definitely test drive it. Thank you again, and
oh, I forgot my jacket.
Thank you again, and
bye.
And bye. And see you next time. Bye.